Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to discuss Chapter 6 Cyber Safety. It is your second unit as per your CBSE curriculum, and it is most important and little bit typical chapter. So listen it very carefully. First topic is Introduction to Cyber Safety. Basically, generally what happens, everybody is using internet on daily basis. The internet is easy, convenient and fun. But all that convenience can be risky, and some of risky factors can have serious and lasting outcomes. Generally, in general term definition of cyber safety is to address the ability to act in a safe and responsible manner on the internet and other connected environments. These behaviors protect personal information and reputation and include safe practice to minimize danger online. Generally, cyber safety is the concept of online activities that are performed on internet. While a user is working on internet, he or she should be safe, responsible and protect their personal information. That is the concept of cyber safety. But generally it doesn't happen. For example, in chatting, a large number of strangers are logged in. That can create trouble in safety also, because some are hackers who can hack your computer system also, and some are some genuine users also that can be work in a polite manner. But we can't measure it very easily. That's why due to lack of cyber safety, our system is getting down. Now, safety browsing the web and using social network. What is social network? A social network is a website that allows you to connect with friends and family, to share their photos, videos, music and other personal information with either a selected group of friends or a wider group of people, depending upon your setting that you have selected. Social network example is like Facebook. On Facebook, generally what happens, we are searching the friend circle by names. Suppose any hacker or criminal person is looking for your detail. Once your name has been known in the mind of a criminal, he will start searching your personal detail and start requesting to add friend. And if user is unexperienced person on the network, he will add the same person in a friend list without knowing information about the same name. Generally, these such type of person create a duplicate IDs with their other person name, but the intention and behavior of that person is very harmful. Even Facebook provide one functionality, that is you can select the option of unfriend also, but it's better before adding know the detail about a person, because he or she can hack your personal information. Now, how to delete cookies from Internet Explorer. Cookies, what it is generally used to track your behavior, how you are behaving on internet, what you are searching, how many times you have visited the website. That is the part of cookies. It is an electronic file. We will discuss later on this part. It is true that some software like track your behavior, how you are behaving while you are going online. It can be performed with the help of cookies, malware software, viruses and so on, many programs. It is better to delete the cookie to protect from outside hacker. Basically, cookie will create information for outside hackers. And for deletion of cookies, we can perform following 4 steps. If you are using Internet Explorer, open Internet Explorer and select safety button and then select delete browsing history. After selecting the option delete browsing history, now select the checkbox next to cookies. Third step, select the preserve favorite website data checkbox. If you will not select, if you doesn't want to delete the cookies that is associated with your friend circle, that is associated with your selected website, that is in your favorite list. Then select this option, and the option is preserve a favorite website. And afterwards, step 4 is click on delete. What will happen after deleting cookies? Your important information will be deleted. That is helpful for hacker to hack your computer system, because it is a auto-generated file while you are going online. And a user can delete cookies on daily basis, because with the help of cookies you are deleting the browsing history, what you have seen and how much time you have visited on that website. Now next is identity protection. For the protection of your identity, a user can take the help of firewall. What is firewall? A firewall typically establish a barrier. It is a barrier between a trusted user, it means actual user, and a untrusted user, that is fraud user, such as the internet. A firewall can help in protecting your identity. Secondly, if you are disconnected from internet, it is impossible to get into your machine. Nobody can access your machine if you are disconnected from internet. And some key points we can keep in mind while we are going online for identity protection. Be discreet when chatting with stranger. Keep firewall on when you are going online. Do not download or install the files which are harmful for your computer system. You should be meditate about your meeting. Do not be surprised on the same time and fall in traps. It means you should be prepared for a meeting when you are going online. Next is proper usage of password. How to use the password and how it should be. The first line for security is to protect your password. A user should have not saved the password in the computer. She should be habitual to enter password at the time of login. Use a proper format password, like a password should be a combination of alphabets, numbers, as well as at least one special character. Even a user can set password at least with one caps alphabet. It means in capital letter, one letter should be there. And one more idea, if you forgot the password, then your password recovery should be on your personal email ID through a link. It means when you are forgetting your password, the link should be moved to your mail ID. That is also the part of proper usage of password. Next is privacy. In today's scenario, what happens? Various government departments are providing e-government initiatives. Like many agencies are providing data like Aadhaar card, public report they are doing online. We can access online each transaction. Now, so for online records access, there should be no privacy concern with posting them online. There is no privacy concern. No privacy is there. Anybody can access the data. Who is having some details, just fill up the detail and find out the data. Confidentiality of information. How information should be confidential? To participate in society, generally it happens individuals have to come in contact with their friend circle, others, as they go about their daily lives. An individual will have to reveal some fact about themselves in order to engage others within the society. So we can't maintain information privacy. Generally what happens, in which society we are living, we are sharing some our ideas, we are sharing some information. That sharing of information we can't stop. Due to that, we cannot maintain information privacy for maintaining a good relationship in a society. Next is future of privacy. Privacy is decreasing day by day. It's the region of globalization. Globalization means to say outsourcing of business. Globalization also affects issue of privacy and access as well, because international and worldwide marketing is increasing day by day. Business is increasing. Due to that, the future of security is more in stress. How information privacy is compromised? How we are compromising with information? Each user don't know how to behave while going online, how to work safely online, how to protect your information. Due to that reason, information about your surfing habits, preferences, website visited are compiled by using the communication technology softwares and sold it to the third parties, like from which IP address you have started, which website you have visited, and what you purchased, and where you send the email. All such details are collected and get together and shared with the third party. Electronic tracking devices such as cookies, web bugs, spywares are the common means of tracking your behavior. Next is what is cookie? What is cookie? It is an electronic text file that is stored at visitor browser. Cookies should be of two types. Either it should be a session cookie, either it should be a persistent cookie. Session cookie will expire when visitor will leave the website. And persistent cookie keeps a record of website visited, how many websites you have visited. It will maintain a record of all websites and how many times. Cookies can be used to navigate the web, a smooth experience. In case of businesses and organization, what happens? It is used to track the movement of web user and prepare record for their behavior, habits and buying pattern, how they are buying. Next part is web bugs. Web bugs are the small transparent graphics. Web bugs are used to measure the number of hits. It means how many times you have visited on a site, or to record which session are most often accessed, that you have accessed many times. That is the record maintained by the web bugs. It collects information related to online purchase and surfing habits. And web bugs clubbed together with cookies. It compromise with cookies and combine together to maintain the record to website visited, search terms used. And web bugs also collect information when any user registered online. All such information is collected with the help of web bugs, and that can be sent to the third party. What is cyber stacking? Cyber stacking is the use of internet for stack. Stack means to say harass to someone. Anybody should be harassed, an individual, group or organization. It may include allegation or defamation. It also includes monitoring, identify theft, threat information gathering, and may be used to threaten or harass to someone. Generally, it is a criminal offense. Cyber stacking is a criminal offense under various state anti-stacking and harassment laws. Now, reporting cybercrime. How to report the cybercrime? First step is to report the cybercrime to law enforcement agency, that is LEA, like cybercrime branch of any police station. It is law enforcement agency. Second, LEA took against action, registered all FIRs that are done by the particular user. Next is Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. It is a national agency for responding the computer security incident as and when they occur. It works under Information Technology Amendment Act 2008 and Section 70B of IT Act 2000. And it performs the tasks of collection, analyzing, dissemination of information on cyber incidents and alert of cyber security incidents. It measures for handling cyber security incident and coordination of cyber incidents response activities. Any cyber incidents is there, it will manage or look after all the activities, and it will also issue the guidelines, advisories, responses and reports of cyber incidents. How many incidents happen within 1 year and what is the percentage of overall usage of these incidents. Safety browsing, website, viruses and malware. Spyware is a information fetching tool that takes up resident on a computer, usually uninvited, that are not required, usually uninvited, that can report on the activities and preference of computer users and disclose information about data stored on your computer system. Spyware can perform, it can gather information without user consent. It hands over the information to third party without user knowledge. It may change the behavior of your PC without user knowledge. And what are the symbols of cyber infection? Something new or unexpected shows up. An increase in ads, pop-ups and advertising on your system automatically. And performance slowdowns, it will be noticed by the user. So in this session we will cover till this topic, cyber assessing website. In next session we will discuss the next part. So visit to next video also. It's my request, listen it very carefully. It's little bit typical chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.